Hello, I'm Rob Jackson, Chief Communications Officer for Union County Public Schools. I'm standing in the Communications and Broadcasting Academy at Monroe High School. We have academies in various work areas throughout the county that allow our students the opportunity to earn industry credentials and college credits as they explore careers of interest to them. Here in the Communications and Broadcasting Academy, for the last 2 years, we've had the opportunity to share with the 5,000 plus employees of the Union County Public School system the great things happening in the Union County Public Schools through a weekly video news program. Each week, through the magic of our virtual news set, we're able to travel, perhaps to the Super Bowl. No, we're not really at the Super Bowl. We're still at Monroe High School. But here in the virtual newsroom, we have the opportunity to share the great news that's going on, the things that are happening in our school system. Starting this week and each week going forward, we are excited to have the opportunity to share it with you as well. We hope that you look forward to being a part of this journey, and we'll look forward to seeing you around the U. Hello, I'm Rob Jackson. Welcome to Around the U, our opportunity to share the incredible things that are happening in Union County Public Schools this week. Each week I'm joined by a brand new guest host, and it is always my honor and privilege to introduce our guest host. This week I'm joined by Miss Jennifer Mao. Miss Mao is a teacher at Walter Bickett Education Center and is a preschool teacher in our school system. Welcome, Miss Mao.
Thank you very much, Mr. Jackson. I'm happy to be here.
Miss Mao is, as several of our teachers are, an alumni of Union County Public Schools. I believe that you went to Parkwood High School. Is that right?
Yes, I did.
That's incredible. We love when our graduates come back to give forth to the next generation. That's incredible. Now, Miss Mao actually had an opportunity that doesn't come along very often. Miss Mao was called upon in the recent court case between the Union County Board of Education and the Union County Board of County Commissioners to share a story from her teaching experience. Tell us, what was that story that you shared with the jury?
Yes, well, I am currently teaching in a blended classroom of students with special needs and typically developing students. I was able to share a story about some of the challenges we faced with one of my students in a wheelchair the past couple years. We had a student in a wheelchair, and unfortunately our bathrooms were not ADA compliant, and we struggled to get her to the bathroom daily. We had options to carry her or to leave her wheelchair in the hallway, blocking access from other students. So it was great to be able to share that story in the court cases, and we are hoping to be able to get funding to get it fixed soon.
That's exactly right. You mentioned ADA. That's the Americans with Disabilities Act, which says that we need to have accessible facilities. We need to have wheelchair accessible facilities for our students. That's got to just be a blow to a child's self-esteem to have to be carried to the bathroom because their wheelchair doesn't fit. And the jury heard that. They heard the testimony from 9.5 weeks and ultimately awarded the school system over $91 million. And the county commissioners have began to address some of those needs, particularly the roofing needs, and we're very happy about that. We don't want it raining on our kids and our teachers in the classrooms. But there's also in that award money for fixing things like stadiums and bathrooms that aren't ADA compliant. And then, of course, there's safety and security concerns like strategic fencing and HID reader doors or the security doors to make sure we keep our children safe. And we certainly hope that that court appeal goes very quickly because it's all about the needs, as our superintendent said. It's not for wants, it's not for new things, it's for taking care of our children. And for you, Ms. Mao, I really appreciate you taking the time out of your teaching day to share with the jury a story from our school system, a story about a child, because it made a difference, I believe, and it will continue to make a difference. And you make a difference, just as all of our teachers do in all of our classrooms. So thank you for that.
Thank you.
Well, you know what? With that story in mind, let's go around the U. Each week we have incredible things happening in Union County Public Schools. Ms. Mao, what do we have going on this week?
Well, we would like to congratulate Weddington Middle Schooler Ashwin Subramaniam for winning the UCPS Spelling Bee competition held on January 15th at Central Academy of Technology and Arts. This is the third year in a row that Ashwin has been named the UCPS Spelling Bee champion. Ashwin will now represent UCPS at the 60th Annual Charlotte Observer Regional Spelling Bee.
Although the three-time county champion will retire at the end of this school year as he moves on to high school, the future looks bright for spelling in Union County Public Schools. 4 of the top 5 spellers this year are still in elementary school. Abby Layton from Waxhaw Elementary, Aiden Taro from Marvin Elementary, Ainsley Ogletree from Kensington Elementary, and Royce Joseph from Weddington Elementary all earned spots as top 5 finishers. 4 of the school champions representing our elementary and middle schools, though, are 3rd graders this year with 5 more years to compete.
Wow. We would like to take a moment to tip our hats to the Piedmont Cluster Schools for raising $1,282.63 for the typhoon in the Philippines, which was an exceptionally powerful storm that devastated portions of the Philippines. It was on November 8th, and it was the deadliest storm on record. At least 5,759 people were killed, and the cost and time to rebuild will be significant.
The schools in the Piedmont cluster responded to that need, though, by collecting coins for the American Red Cross relief effort in the Philippines. The money was presented to the local Red Cross representative, Ms. Sheila Crunkleton, by Fairview Elementary School Principal Kelly Thomas, New Salem Elementary School Principal Brian Lineup, Piedmont High School Principal Dr. Jonathan Tyson, Piedmont Middle School Principal Dr. Ann Radke, and Unionville Elementary School Principal Ms. Sharon Von Cannon.
The Marvin Ridge High School soccer team was recently presented with the Army National Guard National Ranking Trophy. The Mavericks finished #1 in the country by Max Preps,
Wow.
a CVSSSports.com site. Max Preps ranks more than 14,000 high schools' boys soccer teams.
Marvin Ridge High School's soccer team beat Jacksonville High School 6-5 in the North Carolina High School Athletic Association Class 3A championship game to win their 2nd state title. They won previously in 2009. It was the highest scoring boys soccer final in the history of our state. The Mavericks finished their season, the 2013 season, with a record of 22-1-1. The team actually received that national recognition as the #1 team on the same night they received their state championship rings. Congratulations to Coach Jason Zack and the whole team for finishing #1 in the entire country.
Wow. We would like to congratulate Monroe High School Principal Brad Breedlove for being named the Southwestern Regional Principal of the Year. He earned the title recently over principals from 8 other school districts. There are 393 principals in the Southwest region, and for the 2nd time in 4 years, the principal selected to represent them all is from Union County.
Mr. Breedlove will now compete for the state title, which will be announced in April or May. During this next step, representatives from Wells Fargo and the Department of Public Instruction will visit Monroe High School and conduct interviews. As you may remember, the current state principal of the year, Mr. Dale Cole, from the eastern part of the state, selected Union County Public Schools as the very first school system that he wanted to visit as our state principal of the year, and he actually served as a guest host right here on Around the U.
Well, just 2 years ago, the Wells Fargo, North Carolina Principal of the Year was selected from Union County, the first Union County Public Schools principal to take the top state title. You might know something about that, Mr. Jackson.
Indeed I do. I know that for a principal from our county to be selected as a finalist for State Principal of the Year for the 2nd time in 4 years is absolutely incredible. There's 115 school districts in our state, and Union County Public Schools continues to be recognized as one of the #1 school districts in the state in all areas. Certainly something to make us all proud.
Don't forget, when great things happen in your school or office, pull out your phone, shoot a quick video, and become a uReporter. Please send your video right from your smartphone to Arthur Rogers in the communications office.
We love the uReporter videos. Take a moment, send those videos to us so that we can share with you all those things happening across the county. We hope you've enjoyed this edition of Around the U. We very much appreciate having had you here, Ms. Mao, as our guest host this week. Thank you very much.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely, and thank you for what you do every single day in your preschool classroom. You're making a difference. And you are making a difference as well. All of our teachers and staff and parents across the community, we certainly appreciate all you do for our children. Meanwhile, on behalf of Dr. Ellis and the whole team, we'll look forward to seeing you around the U. Good day.